Hey everybody, it's 13th Wolfman. You know what today is? Today is day 14 of the 31 days of Halloween. We are almost at the halfway point. Tomorrow is the halfway point. Tomorrow won't change actually, because there's 31 days, and so it's got to be 15 and a half basically to hit the halfway mark. So tomorrow won't change. It'll be the halfway point. But for today, it's day 14. And if you remember on day 7, I did Mario Bava's Black Sunday. Well, today is day 14, and today I'm doing Lucio Fulci's House by the Cemetery. You see a pattern forming here, people? I'm pretty sure you do. Now, this edition, I won this edition years ago from another YouTuber. This and the Beyond, but it was called Beyond the Seven Doors of Hell, or something. I actually don't remember. But it's like something like that. I don't know. But so there's this version, and this is an okay version, but it seems a little dark in places. It's the white, says it's the widescreen edition. I'm not sure if this is cut or not. And I'll be honest. It's put out by Diamond something, and on the back it says TGG Direct. You know, I'm not sure if this is a bootleg or not. So, as far as I know, I mean, it is. So, this was the note that I got when I won this years ago, and it says, "To the 13th Wolfman, sorry for taking so long for shipping this. I'm glad you won the contest. You're a great YouTuber. To make up for it, I'm including an unofficial copy of Sam Raimi's Within the Woods. Hope you enjoy the movies." From Senta, I never could pronounce his name. His YouTube name. Sentai Kajai and more. Something like that. You know, it's like all one thing. Well, let's get to the movie. That's neither here nor there. Let's get to the movie. Basically, the story is that this family moves to a house in Boston. Well, it's in a small town outside of Boston, and the house is just like one of these creepy houses. It's a family of 3. It's a husband and wife and their little boy. And the little boy is kind of like Danny Torrance in The Shining. He sees things. He's connected to this little ghostly girl, you know. And the little ghostly girl keeps saying, "Don't go in the house. Don't, Bob." The kid's name is Bob. "Don't go in the house," And as they stay in this house, bad things happen. I mean, there's a lot going on in this movie. I love this movie. This is actually one of my favorite Fulci films. This is one of the three. This movie is one of the trilogy. It makes up the trilogy of the Gates of Hell. I don't remember exactly what the unofficial name for the. I think it's the Gates of Hell trilogy. So you got the Beyond, you got this, and then you got Massacre at Manchester Morgue. Those are the 3 that make up this, The other one has like a few other names, but yeah, so this is the movie that I watched. I enjoy it. Like I said, it's got like a few dark spots in it, and you could definitely tell this. I don't know if this was a VHS rip. It is in widescreen though. And I do like that cover, the knife and everything. How cool would it be to live next to a cemetery? I mean, growing up, I lived quite a ways away from a cemetery, but used to hang out in one. And that was one thing in this movie. So there's a scene where the husband is doing some research, and he winds up at the cemetery. And this guy walks up to him. It's the middle of the day. And this guy walks up to him, and he goes, "Excuse me, the cemetery is closed." And he's like, "And you are?" And he goes, "I'm the caretaker." And he starts talking to him about one of the characters, Dr. Freudenstein. And And I'm like, I've never been in a cemetery where they're like, especially in the middle of the day, where they're like, excuse me, the cemetery's closed. What? When did this start? The cemetery's closed. It's just a place for, I mean, he didn't look like he was harming anything or looking to harm anything. He actually was dressed very well, you know. So, I don't know. I just thought it was kind of one of those weird things. But then, it is 1980. Who knows? So, like I said, Lucio Fulci directed this. Lucio Fulci directed a lot of really great movies, you know. House by the Cemetery, The Beyond, along with many, many others. You know, a Woman in a Lizard Skin. That was like his first real big I think that was his directorial debut, if I remember right. But yeah, so check it out. I definitely plan on upgrading this one sometime. So that's my 14th day in the 31 days of Halloween. What'd you guys watch? Have you seen this movie? Do you like this movie? I know there's a lot of people out there that like this movie. But always like, subscribe, share, comment. I want to know what you have to say. With that, of course, I am the 13th Wolfman, and guess what? I'm on the prowl.